Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's UpMaxM again, and I'm gonna talk about the Valhalla units. So if you are familiar with the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Kindergarten Cop, where he asks the kids, who's your daddy and what does he do? So we are going to do a little round of this, but with Valhalla units. So what are Valhalla units and what do they do? So Valhalla units are special upgraded units that become available once you hit level 80 and get enough Odinium and enough gold. So basically you go into your research tree, and if you have 11,000 merge caps, which is, you know, pretty much automatic, and 100,000 Odinium, which is gonna take you forever, and 5 FF or 5,000 EE gold, you can pick one Valhalla unit to unlock. And once you do, you can go into the special Valhalla building and you can make them. It costs 800 Odinium and 500,000 oil, for instance, for this one, if it's from a level 80 unit. If it's from a level 82 unit, which I don't have, so I can show you, it will be reduced. I can show you on the ships, because I actually do have some level 81 ships, and you can see that the price reduced, but not by much, okay? So, yeah. Anyway. I think from level 82 the price from level 82 is like 600, I think, or something. I'm not 100% sure on that. And basically all of these Valhalla units have got different special skills on here on the top right, and they also seem to have different HP and attack values. However, for some reason they don't actually show us how much, which is kind of I don't really like that they don't show us. Because this one does have some increased attack and stuff. However, this one might actually do more total damage because it has other skills. So I'm gonna go over the skills now. And yeah, so basically Sorter is the one that people use a lot for defending, and the reason is because whenever it's defending a building, building means a base or a ruin, or basically anytime that it's defending anywhere in an object on the map. Its damage is increased by 30%. Its damage from naval units is also reduced by 25%. So it basically counters like 18 levels of suppression or something like that, 20 levels of suppression. So that's gonna help you against navy. And it basically works as a navy with its attack. It's going to hit the whole row of targets with its main attack. So that's pretty nice, okay? Then you have this one, which has got an increased attack by 60%. It has got it's the opposite of like when it's attacking buildings, so bases, ruins, barns, oil things, you know what I mean, oil rigs. The damage is increased by 30%, and its critical rate increases by 150%. However, we don't really know what that means. So some other people have said on these videos that it means that it's got a guaranteed crit, but I do not believe it is. That's how it works. I think it might take the critical percentage you have from other places and multiply that by 150%, or like by 250% by increasing it by 150%. So for instance, if your current crit rate is gonna be 40%, with this thing, then it would be 100. Okay, maybe, okay, but okay. So if your current crit rate is 20%, then it will be plus 150% of that. So it will change from 20 to 50. But I don't personally know, and I don't think that anyone really knows for sure. Maybe someone who has this unit unlocked can test it. Obviously, sort of, they can test it. But because we don't really know how crit works properly, since, yeah, just crit, some of these values in this game are not really public knowledge, how exactly they work. There are people on some discords who have been trying to calculate this by, doing a lot of attacks and maybe watching a lot of replays, and stuff like that. But they haven't, as far as I know, they haven't come up with like very clear, statistics yet, very clear results yet. So yeah, let's go further. So then there is this one, and this one attacks 2 targets randomly, and it increases its marching load by a lot, while it reduces the marching speed by half. So yeah, so it's mostly for gathering, and it has reduced damage taken while gathering, but I think that it's not really worth for anything, to be honest. So we go to navy, and Jormungandr looks pretty cool for one, and it has got increased attack an increased attack against army. So basically it's the counter to, even stronger counter to army than normal ones. And its dodge rate increases by 100%. And again, I do not believe that this means that you have a guaranteed dodge and that the opponent needs a hit thing, but it's going to like double your current dodge rate. So then there is the Kraken, which generates a shield when it's defending, sort of like if you were army and had Bradley. However, it says that it's got a higher attack, which I think is really weird because this one actually has the attack increases by 60%. So I think that this stuff is, you can see that these stats on the top left are really weird. And again, this one has got increased critical rate and increased HP as well. So this thing actually says that it's got an increase of HP by 60%. And this one says it's got an attack increase. However, these stats on the top left say the other, the other thing around. So, it's the other way around. So who knows? Then you have the Fender, and a lot of people use Fender actually. And it attacks 3 things randomly. So actually, when it attacks a word boss, it's going to hit it 3 times in a row. A single target. And it shows as though it has highest attack, but I don't really know. And the marching speed is reduced by 30%, so it's going to be slower to reach the target, but the damage is increased by 30%, which is a lot. So that's why people use this, like 30% damage increase is a lot, and 3 hits on is a lot as well, so it's pretty nice. And then you have if it hits 3 different targets, so not for the word boss, but then the damage is increased again by another 38%. So basically it's going to have like a absolutely huge, multiplier. It's going to get multiplied by having a damage increase here and another multiplier by this. So it's going to just hit 3 targets really, really hard. So then we have got, then we have got Air Force. And this one attacks 4 targets randomly, so that's nice as well. This has 200% extra attack against Navy, so that's also nice. And crit rate by 150%. As I said, I do not believe that this gives you a guaranteed critical strike. It will multiply your current critical rate chance, but if your current critical rate chance already is 40%, then it would turn into 100. So you have got the second one, which is Graham. They look pretty cool, let's be honest, but they also look kind of the same, so it's not a big difference from this one. Yeah, anyway. So when it's attacking a base, a building, 30% damage increase, 60% attack increase anywhere, and dodge rate increased by 100%. So again, I do not believe that this is a completely guaranteed dodge rate, but it is going to double your current dodge rate basically. So if you do equip some dodge, like plus you have like the 10% from hero bond, then maybe you can make 100% dodge. So the opponent will need the hit, but I don't think that this is an automatic dodge. Otherwise, everyone would be using it, and people wouldn't be saying that hit is useless in PvP. So this one hits all enemy targets, so it's going to hit 9 units. However, because I don't have it, and I actually don't know anyone who does have it, I cannot confirm if that damage is reduced. I am going to guess that the damage will be somewhat reduced, otherwise it would be, completely overpowered and way stronger than any other unit in the game. But still, it's nice that it hits everything, right? So, But yeah, I think it's going to be a bit reduced, the damage. It's kind of like if, the ship's single target damage, basically. It's not as high as an army unit's single target damage, if you know what I mean. But it hits 3 targets, so the total damage is going to be higher from the Navy. But yeah, you know what I mean. And here it increases damage while attacking by 20%, while its hit rate is reduced by 10%. So you are going to have a bit of a harder time hitting the targets, but not by that much. And the final total damage is plus 25% as well. So basically this thing has got an increased damage, quite highly increased damage, but I do not really know how this thing works with the attacks all targets, if it's reduced or not. And also I don't really play air, and on our server no one really plays air yet, so maybe Chloe and Maz might have some idea about these Valhalla units, the air ones, but other than that probably not so much. We are actually going to do one thing, and that is going to be that we are going to check in Warzone SVS exercise and we can check. You can see that people are using Fender and the Sartor, as I thought, and he is using GLR. So yeah, it is the one that hits all units. So I guess I could go and I can message Chloe and I can ask her, and then I can maybe make this video again. And she's using the middle one, the damage one for land. I am actually going to do that. I'm going to ask her, and we are going to see what she tells me. But yeah, this is the overview of the unit's abilities, and yeah, I actually need to figure out what I want to unlock, because I can now unlock 2 of them, but maybe I should unlock 1 and use the remaining Odinium to actually make them. But yeah, I will have to figure this thing out, and this is going to be interesting. So if if some of you more experienced guys actually have the experience, I'll be happy if you tell me what I should be unlocking. So if I should be, unlocking my Fenrir, as I think I should be unlocking Fenrir probably, or Jormungandr, but probably Fenrir as my main navy. Or if maybe I should unlock an army and just switch to maining army, because let's be honest, my Amalia just hit 5 stars tonight. So that's nice. And that's one thing. And also my Katyusha is only 2 stars, but she's almost 3 stars, and I guess that I shouldn't have that hard time, catching up to my limits if I wanted to. And yeah, then I would use, Amalia limits, Amalia Katyusha, and in some time, possibly a 3rd hero. Anyhow, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope this will help you understand what the Valhalla units are, to those that aren't level 80 yet. And one thing that I completely forgot to say is that they cost a lot to repair. If your Valhalla units get killed, they cost a whole fat lot of Odinium to repair. Well, you have 2 options. Either you can repair them into Valhalla units, and it's gonna cost you a lot of Odinium, or you can turn them back into like non-Valhalla units, and then it's going to not cost you any Odinium, but you will have to then transform them back into the new units again. So yeah, anyhow, and you can always train 1 at a time only, 1 at a time of each kind. So you can be training 1 navy ship, 1 army tank, and 1 plane at the same time, with a maximum with a queue of a maximum of 5. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, and have a great day.